Good evening, everybody. My name is Hilly Prendergast and I'm the Head of Higher Education Quality and Partnerships at Wiltshire College and University Centre. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to talk about the higher education offer that we have at Wiltshire College. And a question, I often do this with a quiz, but you've been escaped that tonight, is do you know that we offer higher education at 5 campuses? And do you know what our 5 campuses are and where they are? Okay, so we're just going to explain what higher education is, because I think it can be slightly overwhelming, lots of long technical terms, etc. So you'll hear the terms undergraduate, honours degree, BA, BSc, foundation degree, higher national certificate, higher national diploma, top up, higher apprenticeship, degree apprenticeship. So it's no wonder that people do get confused by what higher education is. They are just different names of different ways to achieve high level qualifications. Often it's the funding route or the awarding body gives them all a different name. So there is no one better way than the other. What you need to do is choose what works for you. So we're going to have a look at what some of this means. The next slide, please. So higher education explained. So higher education, you'll obviously see this as HE, means the education that comes after you are 18, but you don't have to be 18, you can be 40 or 50, and we often have students who are that age. But it's after you have completed a level 3 program. Now these could be A levels, or it could be a level 3 program like an access course, or a level 3 course that you study at a college, or more vocational level 3. So they are the qualification that comes after these, and often known as university level courses, although you don't need to study at a university level. Now HE starts at level 4, it's year 1, level 5 is year 2, and level 6 is year 3. Now unlike A levels and unlike GCSEs, the level of these gets harder as you go along. So whichever route you take, your journey will take you through some of these levels. They build on what you have learned the previous year. So as they do get harder, your knowledge has developed, so you're more able to deal with it. So we're going to have some examples here of some made up people and sort of choices they might make. So on the left here, we've got Scarlett, and her dream is to work in forensics. Now her route that she has taken is a foundation year. Now she's taken a foundation year as she does not have A-level science, and we'll talk about foundation years in a bit. So she's taken a foundation year and a foundation degree. So she's done a foundation year, which is the same level as a level 3. She's done level 4 and 5. She doesn't know yet whether she wants to go for level 6 because she really likes applied work, and level 6 is often more research led. But she doesn't have to make that decision. She can take a year out and go on to a level 6 afterwards. Now we've got Blue over on the left here, and he really has always wanted to be an engineer, but he also is really interested in farming. So he's decided to do a higher national certificate in dairy engineering. So that's level 4. Now he doesn't know yet whether he wants to do the HND. He wants to see how he gets on first, but he knows that if he completes his level 4 qualification, it is a qualification in its own right, and he can get employment. He doesn't have to sign 3 years of his life away just yet. We hope that he will go on to do a level 5 qualification, but he doesn't have to decide that yet. Next slide, please, Trudy. And now I want you to meet Goldie, who has just graduated with a BSc in computing and achieved a 2-1. Lots of congratulations there for Goldie. Now Goldie progressed from a level 3 program in information technology, and they did this at the college. They went on to do the HNC in computing, only really meaning to do the HNC, but absolutely loved it. Therefore continued on to the level 5 HND. A lot of hard work, achieved a distinction. Still motivated to learn more and now full of confidence, Goldie enrolled onto the BSc top-up year at level 6 and achieved a full degree at a 2-1. So you can see these are 3 different people choosing different routes to gain a higher level qualification to go into employment. So these are just some examples of different ways through higher education. So the most important thing for you is to choose what you are interested in and what feels right for you. Okay, next slide, please. So just a little recap, because I know it is overwhelming if it's not something that you're used to. So year 1, it could be year 1 of a full 3-year degree. We run those at the college as well. It could be a foundation degree, an HNC, a higher apprenticeship, a degree apprenticeship. All of these start at level 4. No matter which route you take, they are all level 4. And now year 2 could be the second year of a 3-year degree, the second year of a foundation degree. It could be an HND, and then that could be year 2 if you've enrolled straight on to do a 2-year HND, or it could be the first year if you've done an HNC already. It's the same thing, it just depends on how you've enrolled onto it. It's the second year of a higher apprenticeship and the second year of a degree apprenticeship, and all of this is at level 5. Year 3 is the third year, the final year of a 3-year degree, the final year almost of a degree apprenticeship. And I say almost because you can have a 4th year that is your end point assessment, which is very specific to an apprenticeship. But it could also be the first year of a top-up, and all of that will be level 6. Now, you've heard me use the word foundation year. Now, this is an extra year before you start your level 4. So if you do not have the right level qualifications, and this is usually something like science, it means you can still work towards the career you want. So if you have got A levels in non-science subjects, English, history, and art, but you decide you want to do something in the science, it means that you can start at a foundation year and get that basics of science and your maths, and so that you are ready to do your level 4. And all this is included within your student loan, because you start with your foundation year and you go on to do your foundation degree afterwards. So this really helps people who may have changed their minds when they were doing their level 3 qualifications. Okay, thank you, Trudy. Next slide. So what we're going to do now, we're just going to talk a little bit about our campuses and the programs that we run from our campuses. So our Trowbridge Campus, and that's in our county town of lovely Wiltshire, and it boasts the Arc Theatre and the White Horse Restaurant, where students produce lovely meals under normal circumstances. And we have been successfully delivering higher education courses from this campus for over 20 years. So we're a little bit good at it. Okay, next slide, Trudy. Oh, the anticipation is very exciting. Okay, so at our Trowbridge campus, we run an HNC and HND in social and community work. You can see some of the units there. I won't read all those through to you. Students sometimes go into nursing from this program, or they end up managing care homes. And I know Leah is who's the program leader of this, can answer questions for you if you have questions on this, and she's expert in all of this. But it's an amazing program, excellent vocational experience. We run a foundation degree and a top-up in early years and childhood studies. People can go on and work in early years or go on to do teacher training from this. This program is also part-time, so if you want to work as well as do this course, you can do that as well. We also have a BA Honours in social work, and this is a license to practice program. So you can become a registered social worker from this program, and again we can answer questions from these programs after this presentation. Okay, next slide please, Trudy. Our Chippenham campus was completed in 2015, so it's still quite new and shiny, and it provides a modern space for students to learn and access our cutting-edge teaching facilities. Okay, next slide. So at our Chippenham campus, we have an HND in crime and criminal justice. Again, the program leader of that is available for questions afterwards. It's an amazing program, and it's been so popular that it's now also available in Salisbury. We have a foundation degree in computing with a top up and a degree apprenticeship. So if you think about the beginning of the slides, so we've got level 4 and level 5, and that's a standalone qualification. We've also got the top up year, so you can gain a full 3-year degree, plus we have a degree apprenticeship within this. So again, you can do all sorts of things with this qualification. It is quite academic, it's quite science-based, but it is a really good program. We also have an HNC and HND in computing if you feel that the more computing degree isn't right for you. This is more practice based in level 4 and level 5. However, you can still go on if you do really well and you gain your confidence. You can still go on and gain a level 6 top up from the above section there. So there's a lot of mixing and matching going on with that one. We have an HNC and HND in general engineering, and this is part-time only. And this is because most of our 99% of our engineering students are in employment, and we have different pathways such as electronic and electrical and manufacturing, and we are looking at developing an degree apprenticeship with this. But that's a very good course, very good sort of suite of courses that is a very sort of employer based, which is what the Pearson presentation was all about. The next slide please, Trudy. Okay, also at our Chippenham campus we have a foundation degree and BA top-up year in business management and practice, and we also have the degree apprenticeship in business. This is a really industry focused program. And the students are loving it, and they're very proactive. A lot of our students are apprentices, so they're bringing to this program all of their industry experience, but we also have students who are on the foundation degree and who go on to the top up as well. We have an H&D in creative media production, visual effects, VFX, and I know that Nikki is here tonight that can answer questions on this. This is an exciting new program, and really benefits from the amazing resources that we have at the Chippenham campus. We also have an HNC in construction and the built environment, civil engineering, which again is a part-time program because it is very industry based, and the majority of our students, if not all of them, are employed for this, and it's often done through an apprenticeship route. Okay, thank you. Next one. Okay, so our Salisbury campus is located on the outskirts of our historical Salisbury, and our higher education is partnered with Bournemouth University, as well as running HNs at the campus. And if you're from the Salisbury area, you will have seen that it's going through this amazing 14 million redevelopment and to fresh the teaching facilities. And most of this is with higher education and our new life science programs. Next slide, please. Okay, so you can see we run a lot here. So we have got a famous BAE Honours Film Production and Cinematography full 3-year degree here, and students make the most amazing films. So please have a look at our online resources to have a look at some of the films the students have made. We are running from September a brand new commercial photography course, and this builds on our photography course that we have in the moment. We've listened to student feedback, so this is aimed at developing professional photography, so you run your business as a professional photographer. We have an HND creative media production, which is games animation. And again, I believe that the program leader is here tonight who can talk to you about this. And, it's an amazing program, and the games they make are absolutely superb. We've had amazing external examiners feedback from this. And again, this is an HND, so you can jump off as a level 4 with an HMC. Most students will continue on to the HND though. We have a foundation degree in life sciences with a foundation year should you need it. And we have forensic science and biomedical science. The biomedical science has an apprenticeship opportunity with it. And these programs enable students to develop lab skills and knowledge ready for industry or higher study. And we also have a foundation degree with a foundation year in health and nutrition. And, I think this is going to be a growth industry as people come out of lockdown and need to get nice and fit again. So it's really good for the, specifically for the nutritional field, national health, etc. So, we've got an amazing range of courses here. Next slide, please. At our Lacombe Campus, now this is a land-based college with 1,600 acres in the Wiltshire countryside. I won't read all this, you can have a look at it on our website. Again, we've got a 9 million redevelopment going on at Lacombe, and a lot of this is higher education, teaching facilities. And we've got brand new refurbished animal centre with loads of animals in there. It really is an amazing place to be. Okay, next slide, please. So we have HND Sports. That's not always at our Lacombe campus, actually. That might be at a different campus. We're looking at upgrading and developing this. We have an HNC, H&D Animal Management and Behaviour and Welfare, and this is new. We started to deliver this year. And it's the behaviour and welfare because this is what students have asked for. We also have a veterinary practice management pathway on this one. It's an amazing programme. We're really excited to be developing this and delivering it to you. We've also running very popular this year is a foundation degree, Environmental Science and Sustainability. So you can understand that this is a very popular future thinking programme. And so this has got off to a brilliant start. Next slide, please. Now we've got a new one starting this September, and this is Dairy Engineering. And again, this is a very futuristic looking at the future occupation for farming and engineers. And we've got a new robotic dairy being built. I think it's almost there now. And I'm not an expert in this, but my understanding is that cows can choose when they want to be milked, and they come into the milking parlour or the dairy parlour. You can tell I'm not an expert. And the computer looks at their feet and weighs their feet and understands, what the animal needs in nutrition, and will highlight whether the cow's not weight on a leg, and can email the farmer to say there's a problem with this cow. It's an amazing bit of engineering and equipment. But the people that are looking after this need to understand cow husbandry, how to look after cows, as well as how to look after the machine, how to understand the engineering, the computing aspects of it. So this really is an amazing opportunity for people who have this broad interest, and maybe something that you're not told at school about, that you can be a dairy engineer. Okay, next slide please. Okay, so this is the campus that people forget when I have our little quiz at the beginning. And this is our Lacombe Campus, which is a bespoke campus for motorsport engineering. And it's IMechE accredited, which means that it's a professional body that supports this programme. It is designing cars, and I believe that the programme leader is available to talk to you about this tonight as well. It's an incredible course, very exciting, very innovative, lots of practical hands-on workshop experience, but you also need to have the maths and the academic skills to go with it. So it's a high-end academic course, which is an awful lot of fun. And if you're passionate about motorsport engineering, this is the course for you to have a look at. Thank you. Next one, please. Okay, so why study at Wiltshire College and University Centre? So these are just some things. There are lots of things, but all our higher education courses are work or vocationally linked, and I think you could see that from the description of the programmes. We have smaller classes, so students receive support to help them progress and develop. It's a safe environment to learn in, and at the moment this has really been key, because we are still delivering face-to-face teaching, unlike most bigger HEIs, because we can do the smaller classes. Our tutors and library staff get to know the students. And I believe that this relationship is key to the success of our higher education students. And when you're studying for your final projects, whether this is year 5 or year 6, level 6, I should say, the tutors know your project, they know you, they know the areas that you're strength, they know the areas you're struggling in, and our tutors are accessible. You can talk to them about your project, and it is as important to them as it is to you. So this is if you feel you want that scaffolding, that's there. They don't spoon feed you, but they scaffold you to be independent, and they are there to support you. It's important to know that we have to be quality assured as higher education institutions or universities are. So we're quality assured by the university or awarding body, plus the external agencies, which is the same as the mainstream universities. So our academic standards and our courses are the same as a mainstream university. We have external examiners for all of our courses, and they have to tick on those external examiners reports that we have the academic quality that's, as the regulators say it is, and we have that ticked on all of our external examiners reports. All our academic staff must be approved by the awarding body, so you can have confidence that our academic staff are fit to do the job. And many of our courses are offered part-time to allow that flexible opportunity. Okay, next slide please, Trudy. Okay, and our teaching staff. Learning and teaching is what we do. And it seems silly to say that, but often, in a university, it might be that research is the main focus. Not saying that universities aren't great, because they are. Our focus is on your learning and our teaching, and we work with you in partnership to ensure you have an excellent experience. And our academic staff love teaching HE students. It's just something they love teaching. I've been at the college 18 years, and I see the difference higher education makes, and I see the passion that our teachers teach with. They get very excited, to the fact that sometimes they email me to tell me about a really exciting thing that's happened on their programme, just randomly, because they're so excited they want to share it. Okay, thank you. Next slide, please. Okay, so this is for more information. We've got a lovely team of people here that can answer questions for you tonight, I believe. So Fran, over to you about what happens next, I think.
Thanks, Tilly. We can have a question and answer portion now. So there's a little box on the side where if you'd like to submit a question, you're more than welcome to, and Hilly can get back to you. Otherwise, the rest of our open event site is available for you to explore. You can apply to all of our courses. But for now, I'll just hand back to Hilly. So yeah.
Okay, do we have any questions?
Not currently.
Not currently. I've bamboozled them with information, Fran. That's what it is. I think, you know, if you're not sure if it's the right thing for you to do, just give us a ring, phone us up, and or email us and just ask the questions. We don't mind silly questions. It might not be you feel confident enough to do it tonight, but we don't mind the silly questions. The program leaders of the programs that we're talking about can get back to you with very specific information, an expert in their field. So we love talking to possible applicants, and we will tell you what you want to know and what the courses can offer you.